This is going to be a look at the Bills' 7 sacks and their Week 1 road win against the Rams. Of course, Von Miller, the guy who had 2 sacks, statistically made the most impact, but it was multiple guys. I think 5 players, accounted for the 7 overall sacks. Von Miller, of course, gets a lot of attention for the double dip move where the tight end is chipping him off the left side, and he beats the tight end low and then dips around and underneath the tackle quite easily. Look, the Rams' left guard and left tackle had a miserable night trying to deal with Miller, Phillips, and the whole group, to be honest with you. You're going to see all 7 instances of the sacks, all 7 sacks. You'll come away with this like, man, they couldn't protect at all. Well, I mean, 7 sacks is a lot, right? There were certainly some times where the pass rush didn't work. I'm only going to illustrate to you the times where it did and maybe break down some of the reasons why I suspect that it did work. Some of them are just what I call genetic ass whippings. I mean, for real. Some of them are just Phillips, Miller, I think it's Rousseau. Those guys it's a genetic win, period, in explosiveness and speed, and then the leverage that they're being given with the scheme of the pass rush. Let's get into the film a little bit. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one. These are meant to be honest with you, 10 minutes in length. So Von Miller off the right side of the defense, offense is left. First sack of the game. Overpowers this left tackle. To me, this is a genetic win. There's technique involved. Obviously, how many bench press reps, how many curls have you done, how many squats have you done? All of those things come into play. He's catching this guy with bad feet, at least, foot in the air, right here, getting ready to get it in the ground as Von Miller punches him, and totally off balance. Game over immediately. Beautiful, beautiful moves. When you have a speed rusher like a Von Miller, like a TJ Watt, any speed rusher who's elite at that, the bull rush is a natural complement to them because you're getting that guy. You can catch that guy in the middle of his set. You can catch that guy oversetting in some cases. It might end up turning into just an inside rush on an overset. Jordan Phillips, a guy who, as I understand it, played for Buffalo 2 years, 3 years consecutively. I think up until 2019. And then I think he went to Arizona. 9.5 sacks the last time he played for the Bills. And I think it was 2019. It might have been 18, but I think 19. Watch the move he puts on this guard. It's a huge man. Gets the right arm here on the hip, grabs. You can see grabs. The force of it, the force of the right arm clubbing through, you can see the force, grabs, uses it to pull through. Just too big, too powerful. Amazing move. It's an amazing move for somebody like me watching it. Simultaneous to that, watch what this D tackle does here. I think this is coordinated. He's going to step to the center, and in my opinion, he's trying to occupy that center. They are isolating the left guard and left tackle on these 2 rushers. In my opinion, that's why he's in this wide alignment, and that's why you see this nose tackle who's in a rush 3, we would call it, step down to the center. I think they're trying to isolate that left guard and left tackle on those guys because I believe the Bills probably, in film study, coaching staff and players recognized what they were going to be able to do against those 2 guys. Third sack, Von Miller speed rushing from the right side, our right side, the defense is left this time. Doesn't get the sack. Again, Jordan Phillips has an impact. This time I think they do a tech stunt between him and 57. Phillips is just too strong, but everybody wins. Like, everybody wins on this. So the tech stunt, 57 is going to go inside, and he's going to kind of screen off 73. Phillips is going to go down and then loop around. Watch how 57 grabs with his inside arm. I mean, it's not a complete grab, but he hooks. He gets 70 hooks. So what he's trying to do is he's trying to make 70 step here to the inside, and he's trying to hook him a little bit, take him into 73 so Phillips can loop around. Just your classic stunt. Nothing revolutionary about it, to be honest with you. They just execute it well, and they had these guys so off balance that 3 players are meeting at the quarterback. I don't know. You can't split a sack in thirds, but apparently you should be able to. 4th sack. All end zone angle film here, by the way. They're gonna act like they're rushing multiple guys. Phillips drops out, so they got 6 on the line. Phillips is gonna drop out. Edmonds is gonna drop out. Milano's gonna rush. He's gonna occupy the center again. They're only executing a 3-man rush, and for whatever reason, the Rams are unable to block it. I'm not sure what. This is a really poor rep by the right tackle, if you ask me. Really soft hip. I would say soft hips. There's nothing about it where he's putting up any resistance from here. He just gets thrown out of the way. Like that's it. I don't know. It kind of reminds me of that scene where in the original Rocky, where Rocky's like punching up all the upside down pigs that are in a slaughterhouse. Like this guy just literally, Rousseau just takes him, throws him out of the way like he's just an upside down pig hanging from the wall. Sack number 5. Miller with a double dip. Too much speed, too much explosiveness. I'm not sure what the Rams' answer is at this point. You know, you're almost whiffing here, and I certainly don't mean to be disrespectful, but man, they got some recalibrating to do when it comes to just straight pass pro. You know, if they were able to get their run game going and develop their play action off of it, could the Rams' offense have been more effective against the Bills? You know, certainly they could, but that is just a matchup that you're not going to win. The athleticism, the speed, the explosiveness is all on the side of the Bills and Von Miller in that matchup. There is just no way around it. It's just the truth. Another empty set. Phillips wins again. He doesn't get the sack. Looks like a split sack between the other D tackle and 57. They have a tremendous disadvantage facing this team. You know, luckily for them, the Rams, the Bills are in the other conference. So it's not like in the playoffs the Rams are going to see them, number one. Number two, lucky for them that these issues are exposed in their first game. So now they got to try to fix them. Are the Bills going to have 7 sacks a game? Well, I don't think so. I mean, but they certainly got after. I mean, Oliver didn't even have a sack, and he's a hell of a player. So there's plenty of guys who got involved, and they have a very capable D lineman who didn't even get a sack. Let me know what you think of some of the breakdown that I've given you here. Rams really, I'm sure they are surprised as an organization. I'm sure the Rams fans are surprised. Bills fans got to be elated. You just walk in there on the road, get 7 sacks against the Super Bowl champions. So you're on top of the world. You never know what you're going to face from week to week. It will be hard-pressed, if you ask me, for them to have such an athletic mismatch as they did, next week in ensuing games, as they did against the left guard and left tackle for the Rams Thursday night. I thought after like 3 possessions, it was kind of obvious that those 2 guys were going to be unable to deal with the athletes they were facing, and I feel like the film shows it. I only showed you the sacks, but I hope it was instructive for you. Let me know if you think there's any elements that I missed. Certainly, I kind of breezed through some of the plays, just showing the sacks. Really exciting that NFL has the film available so quickly for us to create content. Hopefully it's going to hopefully collectively it's going to provide, more analysis and better analysis, by all of us that are trying to create content for football fans, Ravens fans, Bills fans, whoever, because now we have access to it so quickly. Appreciate you guys checking the video out. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so now. And if you really like this video and you like my content on my channel, please consider sharing this video to social media to help increase its outreach.